All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about something pretty awesome. How you can get a real head start on your future by earning college credit while you're still at Blaine High School. It's a huge opportunity, so let's break down all your options.
So, the big question is, do you want to start racking up college credits before you even graduate high school? If you're nodding your head yes, then you are in exactly the right place. There are a bunch of different ways to do this, and we're going to walk through every single one. First up, let's talk about the options you can take advantage of without ever leaving the Blaine High School building. Yep, these are programs where you stay right on campus but tackle college-level work. Okay, so you've probably heard of AP, right? Advanced Placement. The biggest thing to know about AP is that it's a national, one-size-fits-all curriculum. The classes move fast, and earning that college credit, it all comes down to one single, high-stakes exam in May. You've got to score a 3, 4, or 5 to get the credit. Now let's look at a totally different flavor, CIS, which stands for College in the Schools. With this, Blaine actually partners with a specific college, think the University of Minnesota, and uses their curriculum. The game changer here is how you earn credit. It's not about one test, it's about your performance all trimester long. Get a C or better in the class, and boom, you've earned the college credit. And this table just lays it out perfectly. Look, both programs are right here at BHS, taught by our amazing certified teachers. But that middle row, credit basis, that's the key difference. AP is all about that final exam. CIS is all about your grade in the actual course. So you have to ask yourself, are you a great test taker, or do you prefer to prove what you know over the long haul? Okay, beyond those more traditional classes, there are also a couple of other specialized programs. These are cool because they blend high school with some really direct career training or a more guided college experience. Let's touch on those real quick. First is STEP, the Secondary Technical Education Program. This is perfect if you're someone who wants to get your hands dirty and learn some real-world career-focused skills. We're talking welding, auto tech, firefighting, even salon services. The classes are at a different campus right next to Anoka Technical College, and they give you skills you can use right away. Then you've got College Now. This one's a super structured program just for juniors, and it's run with Anoka Ramsey. You take a specific set of classes that fill up your first 3 periods, and when you're done, you've knocked out 16 Minnesota transfer curriculum credits. And that's a big deal, because those credits are designed to transfer smoothly to pretty much any public college here in the state. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the main event, the option that really immerses you in the full college experience, PSEO. PSEO stands for Post-Secondary Enrollment Option. Basically, it's a dual enrollment program. As a junior or senior, you actually go to a college, either on their campus or online, and take their classes. And here's the best part, the credits you earn are like a 2-for-1 deal. They count for your high school diploma and for your future college degree. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty here, because this is important. The headline news is that tuition and your books are covered. That is a huge financial win. But you've got to figure out your own transportation to get to campus. You can also choose to go full-time or just part-time and mix it with some Blaine classes. And get this, even some 10th graders can do it, but they're limited to specific career and tech courses. So this sounds incredible, right? Free college? But it's not for everybody. We need to talk about what it really takes to be eligible and maybe more importantly, to be truly ready for PSEO. So how do you get in? Well, every college has its own rules. Let's just use Anoka Ramsey as an example. For juniors, they're looking for a 3.0 GPA or for you to be in the top third of your class. The standards are a little different for seniors. But, and this is super important, a more selective school like the University of Minnesota, they're going to have much higher GPA requirements, maybe closer to a 3.6. So you have to do your homework on the specific college you want to go to.
And honestly, this slide might be even more important than the GPA one. Success in PSEO has so much to do with your personal skills. Are you a self-starter? Can you manage your time without someone constantly looking over your shoulder? It really boils down to maturity, not just about how smart you are. Okay, let's have some real talk for a minute. PSEO is an amazing, incredible opportunity, but it also comes with a ton of responsibility. We have to look at the reality of what you're signing up for.
I want you to just read this quote and let it sink in for a second. This is what the high school counselors will tell you. They're there to support you 100%. But you are the one who has to initiate everything. The high school won't know your college grades or your schedule. You are officially in charge of your own education.
So what does student-initiated actually mean?
Well, it means you're picking your classes and building your own schedule. It means you're meeting with a college advisor by yourself, and it's on you to communicate all of that back to Blaine. When you are on that college campus, you're not a high schooler anymore. You're a college student with all the freedom and all the responsibility that comes with that.
And the data really shows how challenging this can be. Yeah, most students do great, but about 25%, that's 1 out of every 4 students, either ends up withdrawing from a class or gets a grade below a C. And that grade, it goes on your permanent college transcript. The stakes are very, very real.
And here's another number to think about. On average, PSEO students see their GPA drop by about half a point. That's the difference between an A and a B, or a B and a C. It just shows that the academic jump is significant, and it means your very first college GPA might be lower than what you're used to, which can affect things down the road.
But with all that serious talk, here's a really important piece of advice that comes from the data. We've found that students who actually attend their PSEO classes in person on campus tend to do better than students who only take online classes. That face-to-face interaction and structure can make a huge difference. Now, if you've heard all of that, the good, the bad, and the challenging, and you're still thinking, yes, PSEO is for me, then that is fantastic. So let's get into the action plan. Here are the exact steps you need to take. Okay, here's your checklist. Step 1, and this is non-negotiable. Register for a full schedule of classes at Blaine High School. This is your safety net. After that, you'll fill out the paperwork. There's a PSEO agreement form for the high school, and the state has a form called the Notice of Student Registration, or NOSR. Once that's done, you apply directly to the college you want to attend.
And please, please, please pay attention to the deadlines. May 30th for the fall semester, October 30th for the spring. These are hard deadlines, no exceptions. You also need to get on the college websites and look for their PSEO info sessions, which usually happen around February or March. That's your chance to get answers straight from the source.
So there you have it. AP, CIS, STEP, College Now, and PSEO. 5 totally different ways to earn college credit. Each one has its own benefits, its own challenges, and asks for something different from you as a student. So now the only question left is, which path is yours?